All right, welcome back. Where we left off. The party had just returned from Thistletop to Sandpoint, spent some time in the markets, peddling their wares, getting a little bit of coin for their hard earned deeds, and meeting a couple of interesting citizens of Sandpoint, including Sir Jasper Korvaski, who Utermir had a particularly interesting conversation with. They spent the night in the local tavern, this time at the Hagfish in particular. Enjoy the night's festivities, introduced Tristan to Nora, and enjoyed a night of drinking and gambling. Enjoying in particular some of the more expensive and less readily available drinks of the realm, to good effect. It seems that they had won back any losses from their tab over the gambling table, and left the others none the wiser. After a night's full of restful sleep, they awake with the smelling of bacon and sausage, mushrooms and onions cooking in the kitchens down below. And they begin their day. So, back at the Rusty Dragon, they find themselves ready to start their day however they may choose.
Oh, going to get up. Mm.
Oh, we still broke even. It's all fine.
Oh, wait. Oh, I definitely had a lot to drink.
Really. I feel fine.
I wish I could say.
Come on, Ujaman, you're right.
I'm good now.
Uchimir, I took you as more of a heavyweight than that, my friend. I'm feeling great.
Oh, I wish I could say that I was a heavyweight, but I have to admit that my brother could always drink me under the table. He always had more of a stomach for it than I did.
No worse flaws in the world.
But nonetheless, I don't know about you, but what you guys think, but I think I'm going to need some coffee.
I think you're going to need a little more than coffee, but
Coffee and the solid meal, right?
I think you're going to need coffee. I think you're going to need a solid breakfast and maybe a minor potion of health. I'm not. We'll have to see how the rest of the day goes.
Not a bad idea.
Potion of fortification. Who knows?
Oh, let's go. I'm more than happy to pay for everyone's breakfast.
We'll rifle through Ciro's pouch. I'm sure he's got, at the very least, a potion of vigor in there.
Oh, I like this.
Did somebody say looking through my pouch?
It's like the tale of Beetlejuice. You say his name too many times.
Oh, I never heard of that. That must be a good play, though.
Oh, it's a great play. Great play. I'm a big fan.
I gotta check that one out.
Wait. Where the hell have you been?
Didn't we leave you?
Yeah.
Thistletop?
Yes.
Yeah, and then I rode into town.
How'd you know to find us?
Yes.
Psh, I know where to find my buds. Plus, I, asked around.
Sounds like horseshit, but okay.
I was worried.
Okay, I dropped a coin or two to figure out where you guys were at.
That sounds more like it.
Correct.
Didn't say what coin, but I did drop coin.
I thought you were going to say it was like your magic or something, and you could like, yeah, exactly. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Would I abuse my magic?
Absolutely.
Yes,
For sure.
I thought that was the whole point of being a sorcerer,
Yeah,
mage person.
Right.
Why
I might have
have
been
as
going
many
about
of these
this.
if you're not going to abuse them into the ground?
I think I might have been going about this whole magic thing the wrong way now. Starting this day forward, I will change my ways.
To
It's more
abuse your
selfish,
power.
Zero.
Yes,
Yes.
having,
Yes.
having integrity and respect for your craft is so old fashioned. It's never in trend.
Absolutely.
What century are we in? Come on.
I mean, we're in actually, what century are we
Don't answer that question.
in?
Anyway, breakfast.
Breakfast. What are we asking existential questions about space and time?
Where we're
Are we
at.
in AD or BC? Who knows? What's
Oh.
AD and BC?
No. I feel the walls of my consciousness
Tristan goes
crumbling.
cross-legged.
Yeah.
It's really hard to tell because he's got no pupils.
Even
He's
better.
going,
I could
First I had
really
the
use some
hangovers,
food
the
now.
adult hangovers, and now my brain
Okay, I'm
was
starting to get a headache, and I don't get hangover. Let's just go get something to eat.
As you make your way down to the dining hall of the Rusty Dragon, your nostrils are filled with the smells of sausage, bacon, pancakes covered in maple syrup and fresh butter, mushrooms, onions, caramelized onions as well. And as you make your way down, you see most of the patrons have already begun their breakfast, and some of them are enjoying a morning's ale, but most of them seem to be enjoying a nice brew of darkly roasted coffee.
I'll head up
Guess
to the
it's
bar.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Order up.
Are we making? Do we have a usual table here, or do we just like plunk into wherever we go, or do we just occupy the bar at all every time we manage to pull ourselves out of bed?
That's a great question, actually.
I feel like it's the bar all the time.
Yeah, you three tend to draw a bit of a
Yeah.
crowd, a little bit
Yeah.
of attention.
Yeah,
True.
I suppose we don't have like a booth or the couch like in Central Perk. Like I don't know. I guess our spot is the bar.
We should at some point we should declare a seat though. Just declare
Once-
the table.
Once we carve
We'll carve our mark into one of these tables at some point.
Yes.
We'll burn it in something.
we could do it with Kaj in the darkest corner of the restaurant.
Excellent. That is where I want to be.
Once you take your seats, Bethana kind of makes her way over to you, and it seems that she already has ready for you a nice heaping plate of cinnamon-covered flapjacks.
Oh my.
Doused with fresh butter and warm maple syrup.
It's like she knows.
I'm falling in love.
Hi, you all look a bit hungry this morning. Little worse than a little under the weather from last night's festivities. Is that right?
Had a good time.
You can say that.
Thankfully, I missed out on that, but I'm still hungry.
Coffee for me.
I'll
All
take it. You know what? Just put a pot of coffee for all of us. We're all going to need at least one. You know.
Oh, that can be arranged. She pours each one of you a nice tall tankard of hot coffee, and as you drink it in, it kind of has flavors of caramel and chocolate roasted in a fiery smooth aftertaste.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
So who in our band is going to marry the halfling?
Oh, I mean, after this, I might just have to.
Yeah, somebody's going to do.
Pancakes, coffee with caramel. Oh,
I mean, you'd never go hungry.
right.
Never.
Isn't this food dreamy?
And
Yeah.
as she kind of turns around to go take care of the other patrons, she turns back towards you, almost as if she had forgotten something but only just remembered. Oh, yes. There was someone here that wanted to speak to one of you, Uchmir in particular. Sir Jasper was by a little earlier. He's always a bit of an early riser, so it doesn't surprise me. He said that he had something he wanted to discuss with you.
Oh, is he here now, or should I meet him over at his place of business?
He had to go back to the Mercantile Guild. He's very, very busy young man, that one. Up and comer, I'd say. But he did say that he wanted to speak to you before you headed off.
All right. Do you mind if I take my plate and go? I'll pay in advance.
That's okay. We'll keep the tab open.
All right.
Even more reasons to love this place.
You're the best.
I don't know if you gents will want to follow me, but I want to see what this Sir Jasper has to say.
I scarf down the rest of my breakfast.
I would go too.
I'm a military man. Like, we learn how to do that shit.
I definitely scarfed it down, and then I take one last one just to nibble on the road.
Oh, one more thing. I think he wanted to speak to Utramir in private. That was my impression.
Private, huh? All right.
We can do. We can just escort you there and then do a loose follow. I mean, if you're gonna go in and speak to him, like we'll
intrude.
We'll go around the streets and just, there are plenty of vendors out there. We'll go get some, little snack and maybe some brews and just kind of hover. If you need help, just holler. We'll come crashing in. But until then, we can just sit out shooting the breeze.
That sounds like a good idea.
The mouse, the cat, and the paladin will blend in very well.
This
Well,
seems like
the other
a
thing is
hoods
you'll-
up kind of day.
Yeah.
Raj, you're stealthy. You can, maybe you can follow him a little closer, make sure that, you're first on scene in case any funny business goes down. And then Ciro and I are obviously stand out like sore thumbs. But obviously just going around the town, we're not going to look too inconspicuous aside from the rest of the armed men and, well, no offense, Ciro, but unusual creatures that are roving around Sound Point.
Fair enough.
I can do that.
And, Tristan, you may not be a paladin, but you are a pal of us.
God damn it. I hate it.
There's a special place in hell for people who make puns.
I have punched my tickets 100 times over in that case.
It's okay, it's why we love you.
All right, let us go.
All right, you make your way to the Mercantile Guild. A building fairly large in stature, several stories. Its facade covered in kind of this moss-grown stone. It seems like it's been here for quite some time. As you walk through the large oak doors that front the gate, you find a secretary working behind one of the desks. She stands up once she notices your approach and says, "Oh, yes, I think Jasper wanted to speak with you. Right this way."
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And she escorts you towards Jasper's office. Jasper is sitting at his desk, scrying on a series of scrolls, books on either end of the desk, ink and quill. Behind him, a stack of scrolls as well as a ledger, what appears to be ledger books. The room itself is fairly Spartan in terms of decoration, but it seems to be more utility over design. As you enter, he speaks up. Ah, yes, Utramir, is it? Please
Yes.
sit down.
Thank you, Sir Jasper. I was told that you wanted to speak with me.
Yes, I did. What we discussed yesterday, it left me thinking about what we discussed. Before I continue, what exactly do you have in mind with why exactly were you asking about Nuala? She's been dead for 5 odd years now, and I suppose it if we're being honest here, I suppose it left me in a bit of a scrape, and wondering why.
I hope it did not cause you any trouble, my friend.
No trouble, no trouble. It's had a difficult time sleeping last night is all. Just I don't know. It's probably unrelated. I have quite a bit on my plate managing the mercantile guild here.
Well, it may not be nothing. What was bothering you? Just why I was asking, or something else?
I suppose it just seems odd why you wanted to know so much about Nuala, and I suppose being an honest folk, or at least I consider myself thus, I regret to say that I didn't disclose everything I knew about Nuala, but at the same time, I'm reluctant to share information that was given to me in confidence, especially to those that are no longer with us.
I understand. The only reason that I did ask is, I have a few reasons, but it seems that everyone around town, whenever we ask questions about Nuala or Father Tobin, we get very little information. People seem reluctant to talk to us about them, and on our journeys, defending standpoint, it seems like Nuala and her father and the fire that took them is somehow central to whatever is going on right now, and we aren't entirely sure, but we just curious why we're being kept in the dark like this.
Well, I don't think it's as much a keeping you in the dark. People here in Sandpoint, they don't like bringing up sad times. Father Tobin, he was, by most accounts, a fair, reasonable person, but his death left a bit of a wake in town, and Nuala, she was a troubled young girl, and I think people just don't like bringing up difficult memories, especially with the fire. We lost the chapel that was once here. We thankfully rebuilt that, but lives are much, much more dear and difficult to replace. Additionally, we did have that bit of a lawless scrape that followed, but that's neither here nor there.
All the scrape. I did not know of this. No one had said anything about that.
Well, again, people don't like bringing up sad times. We had a individual, generally a well-standing man that lived here for many, many years, traveled around, but he, upon his return, he did less than good things to some of the other citizens of Sandpoint. In fact, he was tried and convicted of several unfortunate deaths.
Who is this individual?
Well, listen. Well, most of the time he was known as Javis, fairly lucid individual, artist of sorts. In fact, if you look around town, you'll find some of his work, if it's not painted over. But he had he too was an unsettled individual. Upon his return, he unfortunately took the lives of several Sandpoint citizens, and he was tried and convicted justly. He was certainly guilty of the crimes, but that, along with the Sandpoint fire, it's a difficult time in Sandpoint's history.
So, after the fire, this is when that happened.
Yeah, it was about a year or so after.
And he came back. You say was he away from town when the fire happened, and then came back and was distraught, or what exactly happened?
I think he came back. Now that you mention it, I think he came back sometime after the fire. That's when the murders began. About a year or so after the fire.
Interesting. No one has told me, any of us about Javis. You say his name was
Jervis.
Jervis.
Jervis Stute was his name. He unfortunately received a less a less enlightened name. He was nicknamed the Chopper after his exploits. People talk, but that was only shortly after the trial.
Interesting. Is he still housed in the jail? Is he here in town? Or?
Oh no, he was tried, convicted, and executed. Though I don't favor the execution of anyone, he's one of those few exceptions.
Who arrested him? Was it Sheriff Hemlock?
It was actually the previous sheriff that we typically credit with at least the discovery of Jarvis's exploits. But indeed, it was Sheriff Hemlock. In fact, that was what led him to be elected as sheriff. Unfortunately, the previous sheriff was the Chopper's final victim.
Oh, that's horrible. But was this the only odd thing that happened after the fire, this time of lawlessness, as you put it?
Well, yes. I mean, people steal here and there, but nothing of particular note, really. But going back, it still is a bit of a. I'm still somewhat not sure why you were asking about Nuala in the first place. Again, this was 5 years ago, and I mean, I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure you're just you heard a couple of things, and you just want to know a little bit more about the town. You're relatively new here. Understandable. It just left me a little bit of a sleepless night.
Well, I would just reiterate that the reason I do ask is that I had heard nearly nothing about her except the vague discussion of her father's death. And with the fire potentially, and I cannot disclose too much information about this, but the fire potentially being involved with the goblin attacks. We felt like we needed some more information on her. And I've found that when people tend to not talk about something, they are keeping a secret.
Well, go ahead and roll a diplomacy check.
Checkmate.
That good checkmate or bad checkmate?
Good checkmate. 23. I hope good checkmate.
Well, you certainly seem to be an honest individual, and though I'm somewhat reluctant to disclose certain information about Noelle, you seem to be honest, and I would be remiss if I wasn't honest in return. The one bit of information I did not disclose in our conversation yesterday was that shortly before the fire, about a year before the fire or so, Nuala told me that she was with child, and she told me that the father was Delic, her true love, as she put it. Unfortunately, the child didn't survive, and about 7 months later, she lost the child, and was very distraught following that. And in fact, she, throughout the pregnancy, she hardly really didn't leave the chapel. In fact, though Father Tobin is generally considered a good and honest person, he did have a bit of a dark side to him. He always wanted Nuala to join the order, and thought, at least according to her when she told me, that the pregnancy would be a bit of a challenge in ensuring her ability to become a priestess of the order. And I hadn't really given it much thought since the fire, but I suppose your inquiries raised a couple of unsettled stones.
I appreciate you telling me this. I mean, it just seems like, there's more to this story than anyone has been able to tell us. And whenever we ask questions about Father Tobin, it seems like no one has been truthful in giving us even a slightest bit of information.
Well, I don't think it says much truth or not truth. I think it's more perception. Father Tobin, he had a public face, and he had a private face as well. Nuala, she confided in me at times, and through that I discovered that Father Tobin was not perhaps the best person to be the spiritual leader of town. And I suppose I never really wanted to think about it much, given that he's been dead for 5 years. I didn't see the purpose in bringing up memories that, frankly, most people in town would sooner forget. And why disgrace an already dead man?
Well, it sounds like a lot of people other than a select few truly knew who he was. Men, no matter who someone is, they are usually more complicated than just good or bad. But
people have the capacity for great good, and the capacity for lesser things.
I appreciate you, Sir Jasper, coming to me and allowing to give me such information. Of course, I will keep it secret. I would not want to betray your trust or the trust of Nuala that she passed on to you as well.
I would certainly appreciate that. It's again, it's disgracing or thinking ill on those deceased and unable to right their own reputations is something I don't do on the regular.
Absolutely. Was there anything else that you had to tell me, or anything else you we should discuss?
I suppose that was about it. I feel a bit better now. Get that off my chest. I don't know. For some reason, you seem a very honest individual.
I try
Very
to
trusting one.
I try. I'm not always the best at it, but I try to be as truthful and as good as I can. And I appreciate you, Sir Jasper.
Certainly. Well, it seems I've taken up plenty of your time. I know I certainly have things to do. I'm sure you do as well. Be well and take care.
Same to you, my friend. Same to you. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
All right, and his secretary kind of escorts you back through the waiting lobby, and you reunite with the rest of your party.
All right.
How'd it go?
I've learned some very interesting things. Some stuff that I will tell you all, but yes, but we should go. We should go talk with the sheriff before we leave. I think there's something I would like to ask him about.
All right.
All right, you make your way to the garrison hall, where you kind of make your way up to the front doors and to the office of the sheriff. And it seems that he is scratch that. He is talking with a couple of new recruits outside the garrison hall. Some of the militia that he's hired out as additional protection for the town.
Sheriff Hemlock, I would hate to interrupt you while you're talking with these fine new guards, but I wonder if you have time to answer a few questions.
He looks your way and looks back to his kind of line of new recruits, and he gestures over to a sergeant. Sergeant, take over. And he walks a few paces with you. Is the entire party together? Or just you, Uchimir?
No, yeah, the whole party can join us.
Right. Well, what can I help you with, Sir Uchimir?
Sheriff.
Sorry, Uchimir, not Sir Uchimir.
Oh, okay. I was like, what did I miss?
Not to be excuse me.
I missed out on that.
A lot of people to earn that knighthood.
Maybe one day I would love to be a sir, but until then,
not a sir.
We're also outraged.
I am just.
He didn't see that. The DM said that, and the DM's wrong there, right there.
But Sheriff, what I have to ask you, I don't know. We may want to go somewhere a little more private, if that's all right with you.
Private? Well, all right. Well, follow me. And he leads you to his office. You can still kind of hear a little bit of the rustle of town in the background through the open window. The office itself is fairly drab, fairly utilitarian. About what you would expect from a local sheriff. Very to the point in its demeanor. Right. Well, what is it that you'd like to talk about?
Well, I just had a conversation with Sir Jasper, a good man. works at the Mercantile League. But
Aye. Fine young man, that one.
he told me something that I did not know about before about this town. And I just have a few questions about it. I'm not sure if there's anything pertaining to the goblin raids, but I feel like, any information could potentially help us and could potentially help Sandpoint. Sir Jasper told me of this after the church burned down, with Father Tobin and Nuala. There was a man named Jarvis Stute.
I remember Jarvis. He was an unsettled man, that one. More than unsettled, I'd say.
He killed multiple people. A lot of people say that this happened, or at least according to Sir Jasper, he wasn't like, he was a perfectly fine man until after the church burned down. Is that correct, or was he always a little unsettled?
I think Jarvis might have his. Oh, excuse me. Wait, who was it? Sorry, who were you guys talking to at the Mercantile League?
Jasper.
Sir Jasper.
Sir Jasper.
Jasper. Okay. Okay. Right, I think Sir Jasper might have a couple things mixed up. Actually, in actual fact, the Chopper, as he would come to be known, he exploited his exploits prior to the fire. About a year before that.
All right, it was a year before the fire, but he wasn't caught till after the fire, correct?
No, that's incorrect. He was caught about. Let's see. That's 6 months, a year before the fire. See, it all blends in a little bit. If you ask around, and to those people that are inclined to share it, they'll tell you that it's a bit of a dark page in Sandpoint's history, known as the Late Unpleasantness. Those two events, the Chopper and the Sandpoint fire. Unfortunately, the Chopper in particular took many lives with him before he was discovered, including Sheriff Baylor, my predecessor.
Sheriff Baylor, and you were the one who caught.
Sorry,
Chopper, right?
Excuse me, Sheriff Casp Averton.
Averton, okay.
That was the predecessor. My mistake.
No worries. As I understand it, you were the one who caught him, though, right? After.
Well, caught is a generous word for what I did. I happened to be at the right place at the right time. Unfortunately, I was... And he kind of looks away, and a sad frown falls on his face. I was just a few minutes too late. The Sheriff Averton, he would soon succumb to his injuries, becoming the final victim of Jarvis, the Chopper. Though, unfortunately, not the first. That disturbed individual took 25 lives before his end.
Wow. Was there any pattern to the killing? Did he ever say why he did it?
Well, there was a pattern of sorts. Tends to be cuts to the neck and torso, and particularly disturbing habit he had. He would cut off the hands and feet of his victims, keeping them as a trophy, along with the tongues and eyes. It, honestly, it was difficult to believe that he was the murderer of Sandpoint until we found irrefutable evidence at his home. We found what was left of his trophies, and the sheriff kind of grits his teeth as he uses the word trophy, immediately regretting the use of the word.
Did he confess to the crimes as well, or
He did eventually.
eventually? So he declared himself innocent originally?
Well, I wouldn't. He declared himself neither innocent nor guilty. He was always a bit of an oddball, that one. Artists tend to be. But after he was discovered and found, he would just ramble incoherently at times. Always angry, that one, especially after we caught him. But then again, he was facing certain trial and execution for his crimes. I haven't lost a single night's sleep from his sentence. He deserved what he got.
Was he, what did he talk about with these ramblings? Anything of note? Anything that's ever stood out to you?
Well, he did say something about, what was it? The demon? The devil made me do it. But again, he was a madman, to say the least.
I am sorry to bring up this disturbing, man, or so early in the morning too. It's a very heavy subject to talk about. I appreciate you answering my questions. I don't know quite yet what it has to do with what's going on, but I have a feeling it might somehow be connected.
Right. Well, while I have you here, do you mind giving me a quick report on the goblin activity? I know that, well, after your friend's less than honorable escapades at the cartography shop, we had you go up to Thistletop, if I remember correctly, to see about the goblin infestation. How's that been going?
Well, things are good up there. We have mostly taken care of the goblins. In fact, we intend to head back there as soon as we're done with our conversation here.
Good to hear.
We have, though, and we may have told you already, so stop me if we have already given you this information about Loot, the goblin who helped us out.
Loot? No, I don't think you've disclosed. What about this? Loot. And he kind of edges his brow down in a inquisitive and somewhat skeptical manner.
Well, Sheriff, and I know my friends can back me up on this, my companions. Loot was a goblin who is now the war chief of the Thistletop Goblins. He helped us fight the goblins.
As you kind of explain the situation, the sheriff takes a seat at his desk and kind of crosses his fingers in front of him, continuing to listen intently.
And in helping us he was able to see that fighting the people of Sandpoint was pointless and useless, and there was no need for bloodshed. In fact, he is open and he has discussed with the other goblins, with us as witnesses. In fact, we have parchment here that says that they are willing to lay down arms against, drop their weapons against Sandpoint, and are looking to mend relationships if possible.
And you have this documentation.
Yes.
May I see it?
Go for it, Tristan.
And he looks over the parchment, penned and signed by the Goblin Chief Lute. Still a bit skeptical about the entire endeavor, but he kind of throws the parchment down on his table. And you vouch for this, Goblin War Chief.
Look, I'm the last person who's going to speak on behalf of a goblin or trust in them, but if it is accurate to say that without loot, we would have died up there a dozen times over.
Well,
he didn't lead us to death then. I don't think he's going to lead us to death now. And he has no reason to deceive us, considering we took him from what's ostensibly one of your little militiamen out there and made him a warlord.
Well, that is interesting. I must admit that is not what I expected when I had you go up and take a look at the Sandpoint endeavor. But so long as the goblin raids cease and no Sandpoint land or property or individuals are harmed in the foreseeable future, I suppose I can convince the town council that this is in their best interests to leave what may and leave this loot, is it?
Yes.
This loot in his Thistletop domain. Well, in either case, it still seems to me that a single goblin chief, no matter how strong, wouldn't be able to muster all 5 goblin tribes, as was the fact at the goblin attack at Sandpoint. There must be something else.
Yes, I believe there is. I think that we all have found out that there is something. We're not entirely sure what yet, but there is another force at work that is making the goblins attack Sandpoint. That is why we intend to return to hopefully find the source and put a stop to it.
That's good to hear. Safety of Sandpoint and its citizens, it's paramount. And I've been speaking with the council, and upon your return, successful return, we'll have a little bit of a gift for you.
Thank you, Sheriff, and thank the kind people, especially after our group's unfortunate run-in with the cartographer and our actions there.
Well, your thanks should not be with me alone. You should thank the mayor in particular. She, despite opposition from some of the council members, she and Emiko Kaijutsu, who's now taken her father's seat, advocated on your behalf.
Well, I will have to thank Emiko and the mayor very much for speaking well on our efforts.
Certainly. Well, it's always a good thing to have a powerful ally, especially those with seats on the town council, that's for certain.
Absolutely. I think that is all we wanted to ask about. Thank you again, Sheriff, for your time.
Certainly. Well, luck be with you.
Thank you, and to you too.
All right. Now that you kind of scamper off back to the front of the garrison, and once there, what would you like to do?
That exchange seems suspicious to either of you. Any of you?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I
don't trust anything going on in this town or anything.
No,
anyone.
No, he seemed very, very. He seemed very interested in the alliance with Loot, and we didn't mention that the other 5 goblin clans.
Mm-hmm.
He knew about the goblin clans.
I know, but well, I mean, I assume, but just
It does make it. To be fair, it does make sense for him to reference the other ones because we, or I guess you all have dealt with Thistletop very well, but that's only one of 4 clans that's been targeting Sandpoint. To be fair, that's the biggest one, so we've done well, but there's still 4 others that we need to worry about.
Just a reminder, the notes found by Pseudo, they indicated that Thistletop was the staging point of the 5 clans.
Oh, dope.
So that's why he was privy to it.
Something odd is going on in this town, though, for sure. I don't know what exactly, but it seems to somehow be connected to Nuala.
Futureman, did you find anything else from Sir Jasper?
Yes, I have much to tell you all, but I believe it to be best to tell you on the road.
I think it's best that we kind of circle around and maybe leave any information we found out away from prying ears. I agree.
Is there anything else we need to do, anyone wants to do in town before we depart?
I mean, the only thing I got to do is circle back and look at the horse.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
But other than that... Oh, Ciro, my horse is dead.
Yes.
Oh. No!
It's okay.
Okay, I got a new one.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
A better one.
That one.
That one. That one.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
It's too good.
And not only is it a new horse, it's quite a beauty. It needs a little.
I mean, it's half starved to death, but you know, little hay, it'll be all right.
Right, little tender loving care.
Loving
TLC. We'll do wonders.
Yeah.
Little TLC. What is this TLC?
It's old saying, right? So I assume
a little horse polish, you know, some hoof rotation, some horseshoe rotations. You know, we'll be all right.
Yes.
All right, so you're making your way to the stables?
Just to check in, see what's going on with that. But I don't know. Do you guys have anything else you need to do here? That's like the only chore I have to look into.
That's it.
Yep.
Right,
I think that is all.
You guys got horses stable there, so.
Yep. I gotta take a $5 and rock a peep. A pee.
Right now.
All right. Why don't we take a quick break then? We'll take a quick 5-minute break before you guys leave Sandpoint.
Perfect.
Cool.
All right. and we are back. Seems that the party is just finishing up their business in town before continuing on their adventure. Anything in particular that you wanted to go check on?
Just the stables. I think.
Stable?
At the time.
You make your way to the stable, and as you approach, you see your horse, your noble steed. Seems that it remembers you. Kind of nuzzles at your pocket looking for apples or hay, but it seems to be in significantly better shape than when you last left it. In fact, it seems that it, though is not in full capacity, has enough strength to bear a rider.
Sweet, we're taking the new whip out.
That's the way I like it.
I'll fish him out some hay off the ground or something, like out of the trough or something, and just kind of feed it up to him.
All right. He kind of nuzzles at your shoulder in a grateful sort of manner. All right, and you guys leave Sandpoint?
You
Yeah, I
guys
think
have
so.
anything you need to do?
All right.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Yep. On the way, on our travels, I'm going to point out the first willow tree I see to the entire party, because I need as many of these, as much willow bark as I can. I'm not going to harm enough. I'm not going to take enough to harm the tree, but I need as much of this willow bark as I can get, because it'll help us a lot in any fight that we get into. Trust me, it'll help us. It's my ritual before any battle. I take a little bit of willow bark tea, and I'm good to go.
Okay, I'm gonna remember that tree.
Agreed. We'll be on the lookout for more of those.
All right.
Absolutely.
Are you getting off the trail to look for some willow?
No, just along the trail, as many as we see. I'm harvesting a small amount from each one.
Go ahead and roll a nature check.
Everybody?
Whoever is looking for willow bark.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Oof.
Oh, so where's mine?
Natural 1, but still 9.
Not too far off, honestly. I had a 9.
We got to roll for this.
17.
That's a 16 in total.
You find what you believe. You find a patch of about 4 pieces of willow bark, which you believe to be willow bark.
Perfect.
Wait, do
Nailed
all
it.
of us believe it's willow bark, or
All of you do believe it's willow bark.
Uh-oh. I rolled a natural 1, which means I might have taught y'all the exact wrong thing.
Well, if it was poison ivy, I guess we're gonna find out sooner rather than later.
I guess I'm just gonna let them find it and just kind of be like, okay, I mean, there's more of those trees.
All right. It takes you about a couple of hours of riding to make it to the edge of the wood, leading you back to Thistletop. In that time, you collect about 4 parcels of willow bark, and what you think is willow bark.
Like that.
Scares me.
It's going right in the garbage.
We're gonna use that for Tinder.
Well, you genuinely think it's willow bark.
Shit.
Yup.
Yeah, we're drinking that. Some sort of tea, it sounds like.
And you make your way through. Are you leaving your horses at the road, or are you taking them with you through the wood?
We probably should take them through the wood, right?
Probably.
Let's do that.
All right. All right. You manage to make your way back to Thistletop with your mounts in tow. You remember the way pretty well. So And in fact, the amount of back and forth that you've done has left a little bit of a small game trail, or something that appears to be a bit of a small game trail in your wake. You make your way back to Thistletop, and upon coming upon the wood bridge out front, the structure, you hear goblin voices echoing through the area. It's the Sand Points! Open the gates!
Finally, some respect on our name.
Right?
Yeah.
And as you make your way through the open gates, you find Lute and Flute are awaiting you.
Talk about.
Friends, you made it back! How are you?
Good, Luke. Thank you for
Doing all right, Lou. How are you? How have been things?
Good! More scouts have arrived!
Really?
Our numbers grow!
Oh, really, really, really?
Yeah! We also took care of the dead bodies!
Oh, good. Excellent.
Excellent.
How have you been adjusting to being chief? You know, how's the food? How are the ladies? I hope you're not doing what that bugbear did.
Oh no. Maybe a little.
Wait, what? Just pretends not to hear that last part because he's trying to like subconsciously suppress that image.
I can't do it. I can't
Just
suppress
locking
it.
it away in the deep recesses of his mind. Like, if I don't ever acknowledge it, it never happened.
I never heard it.
Yeah, consider yourself lucky.
I don't know what's going on, and I'm pretty glad I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I suppose. Yeah.
Tremere and I know what happened. Then we wish we didn't.
Oh boy, that was quite the sight. This will never leave my mind. It'll be in this brain, locked there till my dying day. I've never seen horror until I saw that. But I suppose, Kaj, sorry, you have not met Lute and vice versa. So, Lute,
I've heard much. It's a pleasure.
Yeah! You're the cat one! Yeah!
That would be me.
You got the funny eyes! And he kind of squints at you with these big bug eyes of his.
That'd be me. You got it.
You smell like fish! I like fish!
Do you have any?
Yeah! You want some?
Oh, I'd love some.
It's fermented! Yeah, it's the best!
Perfect.
And he,
fermented with what?
It's
I don't care. It's fish.
Two toddlers on cocaine to each other.
You all shut your mouths. Yes, fish. That's all I care about.
That's a Kosh special, baby.
You there! Bring us some fish! The really stinky stuff! The best! And one of the other goblins scampers to the other room, and a couple of moments later he comes back with a plate, 2 plates on either hand, with this fermented fish. In fact, the entire party smells the fish long before they even see the goblin.
Oh god!
It smells something like a Sunday fish market on Wednesday.
Oh god!
That smells good advertising.
Yeah, you know what? I already ate before we headed out. I don't mean to be rude, but maybe Kosh could eat my portion for me.
Agreed.
I give it a sniff to see if it's actually bad or if it's just extra fermented.
It appears to be. Well, go ahead and roll a perception check and see how you do.
You know what? I'll do the same.
So, because if Kosh starts spontaneously vomiting,
25.
All right. It seems to be a tad more fermented than what you had expected. But as far as you can tell, it seems edible, at least to your stomach, and to that of the goblins, perhaps not to the rest of the party.
Oh, I'm eating it.
Here you go, Kosh.
You can have fun.
You can have
Nom,
mine.
nom, 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 nom. Oh, yes. Give it to me. Give it all. I like you, Loot. You're a good one.
Unbelievable.
Anybody that likes fish that much is a friend of the goblins.
So long as you leave these woods safe, you and I will be on great terms.
Yeah, we'll try not to start too many fires.
I love how it took us like 3 sessions worth of like questing to become his friends. It took Kaj all of like 5 seconds.
He eats the fermented fish, brethren of the goblins.
I give him a hand.
I missed you, Loot.
Tristan is doing exactly this in the background.
That's classic Loot.
I missed you too, tiny rat man.
Do you
And
think if we'd
he-
eaten that beforehand, we could have just got past this whole
I have no idea.
game's throw? Oh my god, what a waste!
How were we to know that all we had to do was offer them some fish?
Right? We could have.
Fermented fish.
Fish.
The really stinky stuff, right?
The stinkier the better.
Oh my god! All we would have had to do is go down to the docks and grab a barrel of whatever they had on hand.
Right? Oh, the cheapest, smelliest fish.
You could have gotten chum, and it probably would have been fine.
Right?
No, we don't eat chum. That's no good.
Depends on what kind of chum it is.
Mm.
Well, you got a point there.
Are we going big fish chum or are we going small fish chum? Small fish chum, I mean, who's going to eat that kind of chum? But big fish chum, I mean, it's legitimately, some of it is just smaller fish.
Right.
Well, you got a point there.
Loot, I think you and I are going to get along very well.
I think we will, Mr. Catman.
Mr. Catman.
Mr. Catman, I am. You got me there.
Loot. Would you say that everything is going well otherwise around here? It sounds like you have everything mostly under control.
Oh
Well,
boy.
mostly. We did have a little bit of a run-in with a couple of people that weren't too happy.
Who
happy
would
about
those?
what?
Yeah.
Well, the bugbear kind of ran through, and he had this lady with him, with a bright purple gown, and yeah, they ran out of the dungeon and ran through Thistletop, and they killed a couple of us, but they're gone now, so that's good.
Oh,
Right?
did who was the woman? Was she the one that
Oh no, she wasn't the big bad nasty. This one, she had dark hair. She had black hair, I think. Yeah.
Where are they now?
Oh.
Wait, what do you mean don't know? Did they stay? Did they leave?
I mean, they kind of ran through, and then they killed 2 of us, and then they ran off. I don't know where they went. We sent out a scout party, but they were gone.
What 2 of you? If they're killing 2 of you, I mean, that means that there has to be some specific to the killings, isn't it?
Well, they were kind of in the way.
Okay. I mean, not
Classic.
okay. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm sorry for your loss, but I guess that makes a little more sense.
Right.
I mean, it was kind of unfortunate. They were guarding my bedchamber. Well, never mind.
Wait.
Very well.
These 2 were guarding your bedchamber.
Good on you, Loot. I suppose learning from your predecessor's mistakes of not having your bed chamber guarded whilst you perform nocturnal activities.
Did you get a good night's sleep?
Did
While they
you
were
have
guarding?
a good night's sleep?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Where did you send the scout party that has mysteriously vanished?
Well, the scout party, they came back empty-handed, but we sent them south of here. But by the time they made it there, the two were gone.
Did you send them south because that's where they went?
Yeah. What?
So the two.
Just because I'm a goblin doesn't mean I'm an idiot.
Okay.
If we've learned anything about you, Loot, it is definitely that.
Agreed.
I am chief now. I know things.
You've created a monster.
So
But he's
you're saying that this evil lady went south, correct?
Yeah, the evil lady and the bugbear. But
Bugbear.
But she wasn't the big nasty with the white hair. Actually, we haven't seen the big nasty. There's the nasty mean lady, and then there's the big nasty.
And the big nasty is downstairs, right?
I mean, we're not gonna go down there.
But we are.
Well, you're a little bigger. He kind of like, kind of laughs a little bit.
I mean, you're not wrong. Was there anything else that happened that was interesting?
Well, no, I think that was it.
There's not a little Loot running around right now, is there?
Not yet.
Nice.
Why would there be
My man.
why would there be a little Loot? Loot was just sleeping in his bed chamber. I mean,
Uchimir, when we head back on the road, you and I are gonna have a talk.
okay.
We're gonna have a discussion. Like, how old are you, Uchimir?
Oh, I'm 20. I'm in my 20s.
Yeah, we definitely need to have a talk.
I mean, what? He was just sleeping.
Zero, do you want to tell him or shall I? Or Kaj, do you want to say this? I mean, literally, either of you can say this. I
could do it. Outramir?
Okay.
Fox!
Don't we all?
Yes, at one time and
But what
another.
did Oh, I'm putting two and two together now.
Let's
Thank you,
get-
Zero.
That's what I'm here for.
Oh.
Ugh.
That's why we didn't want to hear anymore about what happened while he was
Mhm.
sleeping.
Man, what have I wrought?
I also love the fact that, like, out of a party full of adventurers adventuring for this long, the one dude who's actually getting some attention from the ladies is the freaking goblin. We like
That's
the
true.
dude who's getting some.
Ouch.
We just gotta be chief.
It pays to be the chief.
Hail
Want
to
to
the
be the
chief.
chief.
Hail to the chief, baby.
If anyone tries to take a swipe at the chief, the best.
Oh my god.
That's correct.
Well, back to business. The way I see it, we have two options. We go after this mysterious, not big bad lady that went south. I have eyes in the forest that could potentially track them. Or we do whatever it is you're talking about with this whatever big bad lady, and we go down. I hear you say it.
There's
Either way, I'm game.
creature below that they refer to as the Big Nasty.
Mhm.
I think it might have been the creature we confronted in the water.
It could be.
Ah.
Worse than that.
Luke kind of shakes his head, and his kind of crown seems to kind of twist around his own skull as he kind of shakes his head. That's not the big nasty.
All right, we got to go down there.
That's a nasty. It's not the big nasty.
We put it off long enough. We need to go down before we venture out to find.
I don't know. Couldn't we lose the trail if we?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean the Big Nasty's not going anywhere. And theoretically speaking, if we catch this broad, and bring her back, you can feed her to the Big Nasty.
Another option. I'm not sure it'll work. It's pretty iffy when you're dealing with crows, but I can ask a crow to reach out to my family to keep a tab on that group. My family can't do it for long. They got their own. They got to take care of themselves. But for a short time, we might be able to keep a tab on this random group if I'm able to convince a crow, and if they make it all the way to my family.
It's definitely a bit of a patch on a artillery wound, but the best option we have at the moment.
Right.
Agreed.
Okay. I'm gonna look around for some crows.
Bandage on an
Some
amputation.
smart motherfucking crows.
Go ahead and roll a perception.
23.
Since you are right next to the coast, you see in front of you only seagulls and some smaller songbirds.
Ugh.
Well,
Where are we going? Are we going down south? Like down below ground?
yes.
Yeah, we are going to the lower chambers of. Unless we do all want to venture out ourselves, along with the crow.
Okay. All right, guys. Sidebar. Can we step away from prying ears?
We'll be right back, Loot.
One moment.
Oh, don't mind me!
Okay, guys. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I have a friend. I've mentioned him before, but I've never brought him out. His name is Puma. He's a cougar. I've raised him from birth. He doesn't like the city. That's why you've never met him. He doesn't like people. Zero, he definitely won't like you.
What?
You're a mouse. I'm sorry. He is what it is. All right. So I'm gonna leave for a second.
Casual discrimination, though.
I need y'all to cover for me. But I'm gonna leave for a second, discreetly, and tell my Puma friend to go find my family to keep a tab on them. All right. So I'll be back in a bit.
All right. Okay.
Just can't believe you didn't tell us about the puma. I mean,
We can-
that's like having a secret brother you don't tell someone about.
Do you have a secret brother you didn't tell us about?
Oh, well, I guess you know. I'm going to shut up.
Not a bad idea.
All right, so
No appetites at a cat house that we don't know about.
Kaj, you're calling out for Puma?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and call out.
How do we want to distract Luke?
Auma, Air.
After a couple of seconds, you kind of hear a rustling in some of the bushes outside. So at this point, you guys are in the
I went into the
entryway?
woods. I went
Okay.
into the woods. So
Okay.
so no eyes around.
After a couple moments, you hear a rustle through some of the bushes. The rustle gets louder and louder, and you hear a faint come through. Puma leaps out to the clearing and tackles Kaj and slobbers him with loving licks and kisses.
Oh, I missed you too, my friend. It has been far too long. Listen, though, I have a mission for you. I need you to track a group, not owlbear, fucking
Bugbearer.
bugbear. I need you to track a bugbear and a mysterious woman. Do not get close. Do not engage. Just track them. Keep an eye on them for where they went. I think they went south. So start there. I believe in you. You can do this.
See,
Good
it's-
luck. I'll see you
it's-
soon. I'll meet you back right here.
it seems to kind of get the concept, but it kind of turns away from the clearing, looks back at you, and then leaves the clearing.
Okay.
So how long are you gonna wait around there?
Oh, I assumed that this is gonna take a. I assumed they went a ways, so I assumed we were gonna go down
Oh, okay.
and like meet back with Puma later.
I think it's a good plan.
Gotcha. All right, so the party then all comes together back at Thistletop. And you guys are still on the main level of Thistletop, kind of the first, the upper level.
Gotcha.
So you guys haven't gone down yet.
All right, everyone ready themselves? We're gonna go raise some hell.
Lee,
right.
do you have any potions or anything that you managed to scrounge up since you took over?
Loot. Did you have any?
What? I wasn't paying attention. I was eating my fish.
Oh my god.
Good fish.
We were just curious if you had any potions, maybe that have been whipped up, or maybe you found lying around since we've been gone.
Well, we're not very good at making potions, but we did find a couple.
Ooh, could we take a look at them?
Yeah, let's see what we got. And he rustles through, kind of runs off to his chamber and comes back with two vials of red liquid. Go ahead and roll perception checks.
24.
27.
God, 9.
20, but not natural. Dirty.
So the two vials that he comes back with appear to be... Actually, where are my notes? One potion of lesser healing and one potion of moderate healing.
Oh, okay.
So for your guys' records, lesser healing does 2d8 plus 5 HP boost. Moderate healing gives 3d8 plus 10. One of each.
All right.
The lesser potion's worth about 12 gold. The moderate is worth about 50 gold.
I just get the feeling we're probably going to keep our hands on these things.
I was gonna say, Tristan, you definitely should take those because we were able to obtain a few.
Yeah, while we were shopping around, we bought some.
Yep.
Nice.
I will definitely take those and pocket them.
Also, loot by chance any special arrows that y'all have acquired?
Oh my god.
I got some normal ones, but don't have no special ones.
Special arrows? No, I think all we got is regular arrows and some bolts.
I'll pass then. Which of y'all are experienced in medicine? I have these very, very good bandages of healing. I know how to use them on y'all. Do y'all know? Are y'all very inclined in medicine? I could give y'all as many as y'all need.
Let me double check my medicine. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Were you talking to us or? To
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I was talking to y'all.
I have a
Are
0
y'all
medicine. I know
inclined
nothing.
in medicine?
Nothing.
I am.
No.
I have
I've got nothing.
Zero. You're the only other person in this group that knows medicine. So I'm gonna give you 4 of these bandages of healing. They're lesser healing. They'll do the trick if someone gets hurt.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
Of course.
That's his way of dumping crap gear.
Hey, they're lesser. All right, that's the best I can make, and they're not that bad. All right.
Just making.
You know, I'll
No,
take it.
I take it back. I'm just making fun of you.
I'll take it because you can never have too much healing shit.
Oh yeah,
JK, love you.
love you more.
Oh,
Oh,
Aw.
Oh,
I mean, okay.
let's get the studio audience light going.
Aw.
Give it some
Aw.
awesome studio
Oh.
audience.
Like for brotherly love.
Right.
All right. Anything else you wanted to do before moving down the chamber?
Draw my sword.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
draw my throwing dagger.
Yeah, draw my.
I'll draw my bow.
Oh,
It's
good. We have
composite,
to
you know. It doesn't. The composite doesn't do anything, but it is composite.
I have a longbow if you want to use that.
Nah, I like to be nimble.
All right.
All right. Who is what's the marching order?
I'll go first.
Down the stairs.
I'll go behind him.
I'll go third.
I'll go last. You know, because I'm brave.
What's
Sarah
the
is
thin
so
line between
brave,
brave and
covering our
cowardice? I hear it's a
brave.
thin line.
It is a thin line.
All right.
Not
As
going to scamper off like a plague rat from a drowning ship.
I totally wait a minute.
As you make your way down the chamber, you find yourself in front of a room with a single lantern that hangs from a hook on a wall next to where the stairs enter this room. To the north, several rickety doors open to this room. A few discarded dog-pelt rugs lie forgotten on the floor. It appears that this room was once a feast hall, but has become decrepit in its lack of use.
Looks like this place used to be quite nice.
Right before maybe it turned into the dungeon. Now, there's a couple ways we could potentially face this creature. I think there's a door straight ahead that we could. That's in a prison cell that we could potentially use. There's the front entrance, and then do you remember Tristan, that sorceress that we chased? She ran into that room.
Right.
I'm wondering if Ciro might be able to find a way to access that entrance.
Which room is this?
It is north of us, northwest to us. So which do you guys think we should go? Should we just go in swords out through the front door, or try the prison door, or see if we can access that secret entrance?
Let's see if we can't access that.
Do like me a secret entrance.
Let's do it.
All
I'll
right.
walk up to this door and open it up.
It appears to be unlocked.
All right. Opening the door, do I see anyone down the hallway?
You do not.
All right. Let's go forward. I'll just walk casually over to stylishly casually over to the next door.
As you cross the threshold, you see to your left two large stone doors that sit on the western wall. The faces are carved with horrific images depicting monsters crawling their way out of pregnant women of all races.
I forgot about this part.
So the gates of hell. Everyone else, gates of hell.
Wait,
The gates
Hold
of
up.
hell. Gates of
Should-
hell.
Should I try to give a crack at unlocking those locked doors first?
I'm assuming that's the main entrance. That's I'm assuming if we go through there, that will be going in the front door. Maybe not though.
Or
It's
we
so
could
ominous.
enter a side door and be more discreet.
Right? Let's try that potential secret entrance.
Okay,
Let's move forward.
I'll give a shot at unlocking the locked doors.
The double door?
Was there no locked door? I thought there was locked door.
Which door are you... move your token to which door you're trying to unlock.
Oh, are we in the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh. Hold up.
Someone didn't have roll 20 open.
I have it. I have it open. It didn't look. I didn't have it. The tab was open.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, Uchimera's on top of it, and we're not. So.
Okay, so that door... seems to be unlocked.
All right, let's open that door and walk right in.
You find a room. The lower 4 feet of the walls are empty in this room, covered with crude drawings of mud, blood, and paint. Most of the drawings showing goblins engaged in some sort of violence against humans, horses, or dogs. One picture to the north of the wall is at least 3 times the size and complexity of the other scrawlings. The image shows Thistletop on one side and a goblin stockade punched atop like a crown. The cave has been drawn into the center of the image, and looming inside what appears to be an immense muscular goblin with snake-like eyes and a dog slicer in either taloned hand. If the scale compared to the rest of the drawings is to be believed, this goblin must be at least 30 feet tall.
See all these images? Probably means nothing. Let's go forward.
Why do I
Okay.
have a feeling that what? I'm not sure.
I'll open this door and head on through.
I feel like I can't argue with that.
I suppose.
It seems to be unlocked.
Open that door to I hope it's an empty hallway.
It is an empty hallway.
Excellent. And let's walk through that and open the next door.
You find a large table surrounded by chairs that fill much of this room. A slate board to the north is covered with scribblings in chalk, but the map of Sandpoint that was carefully inscribed on it leaves no doubt that for the purpose of this room. This is doubtless where the recent raid upon Sandpoint was planned.
All right. Let's open the next door. This room is where we lost the sorceress or spellcaster, wizard, witch, whatever you want to call her.
No, but we're not sure.
Right, whatever she was. I don't like attaching labels to things, honestly.
This room has a large wooden work table and sits in the middle of this room. Its surface is cluttered with scrolls, books, stone tablets, covered with dense, spiky runes and fragments of carvings that appear to have been chipped off statues and bas reliefs. To the north, a floor-to-ceiling set of wooden shelves stacks with picks, shovels, brushes, lanterns, and other equipment that might be used to excavate an archaeological site. Opposite you, to the west, you find the area that once housed the stone door that recently evaded you appears to be open.
All right, we don't even need Zero to detect magic or anything. Let's go through that door.
As you make your way through the door, you find that it spirals downward to a lower chamber beneath you.
else feel suspicious?
Definitely.
Just me?
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
No,
this could be a
definitely.
trap. And whoever is potentially setting this baby trap is going to meet the pointy end of my sword.
I'm glad you're so confident.
What is the marching order?
First.
Who's
Last.
first? First. Second?
All right. I guess I am after Ujamir. If I can get the right move thingy.
I'll go after Tristan.
All right. You move downward to a lower chamber. The walls and air begin to grow colder, icy to the touch. You feel a shiver down your spine as you continue.
Oh my.
No mere mortal can resist the urge of the thriller.
All right, let's see if this door is open.
It appears to be locked.
Well,
Oh, that's where I came in.
yeah, if you want to, I'll move back, and if you want to try and squeeze past us.
All right, everyone, suck in your guts.
Oh no, natural 1.
Oh god.
You
plus-
very...
Thievery equals 9.
Yeah, okay. You very exuberantly move forward past your companions towards the wall, but you find that you slipped on a pebble in front of you and dive nose first into the lock, kind of and you recover, only having to readjust your nose to make it once again straight.
I was gonna say, can I roll to catch him?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Roll a athletics check.
Oh, sweet. That is 15 plus 8 is 23.
You manage to catch him just before his nose makes contact on the lock.
Nice catch.
Hey, buddy.
Tristan, I don't know you well, but I'm beginning to like you very much. Let me give this another shot. And that's 25.
Hey.
Beautiful.
With some effort and a bit of time, you manage to unlock the once locked door. It squeaks open, but you haven't opened it entirely, only just a crack thus far.
Well, I did my thing.
Yeah, Uchimir, you want to kick down that door?
He wants me to kick it down? All right, then.
Oh no!
No, no, no,
Kick
no,
it.
no, 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 no.
Go ahead and roll a strength check.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
No.
no.
Terrible choice of words.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't good. 13.
You push your way forward, and you were expecting a little bit more resistance than you actually got. And as you push through the door, you find yourself about 5 feet in the chamber. And you only just catch yourself in front of a stone pillar just in front of you. Here, you find a room with 2 pillars that support the ceiling. In many places, the stone walls, floor, and ceiling are cracked with ancient grime and soot. Alcoves to the north and south of the walls contain particularly damaged statues that of a man in robes clutching a book and a greave. The entire room is is slated towards the west, and whatever ancient upheaval caused the complex to tilt knocked the statues to their bases and they now lean against the western wall of their alcoves.
Very interesting. I'll continue forward into the room. Come on, guys. Nothing to be scared of. Just a couple of load-bearing pillars.
Go ahead, everyone. Go ahead and roll a occult check.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't get to do that too often.
Okay. I've got nothing on this one, so it's got to be a straight roll.
19. I was in the same boat. I had nothing on the Colt.
I got a 19 as well.
Woo!
18.
18 as well.
18. Okay. 19's the best.
All right.
You identify the man in the robes as a figure that you can't quite place. Something you may have read about or have seen a previous statue or carving or illustration of in a book. But the name or history of the individual escapes you at the moment.
Looks familiar. I can't quite put my finger on it though.
It's one that you've seen its like before. However, Ciro, Uchamir, and Kaj have seen some similar statues in the past month.
That's right, in the catacombs of
Beneath the glassworks.
Yes, exactly.
Not of the same figure, mind you, but of a
Something similar.
similar dress, similar wardrobe.
Do any of you have any idea what's going on here?
Something vaguely occultish.
You got that right.
I'm curious though. They were all the statues are tilted to the west, right? They've kind of fallen.
They have.
We should try and move them, try and center them. I wonder if anything would happen. It seems odd that they would all have fallen the same way.
That sounds like a terrible idea. I mean, we want to bury our enemies, sure, but ourselves as well.
Do you think? I don't know. Do you guys think it's not a good idea? I was thinking it might do nothing, or it might. Who knows? It could be like secret entrance or something fun.
Or our death.
All right, I'll try one, and if anything weird starts happening, we'll stop.
That seems
good.
fair.
I'm
All
going
right.
to the top of the stairs.
There are 4 statues, one in each alcove, all of which have tilted to the western side of their alcove. Which one are you trying to position back to its center?
The one I'm facing right now is the south, so the southeast of the bunch.
Go ahead and roll a strength check.
All right, no problem.
And
Well,
nobody's
actually-
helping him. He's just doing it on his own.
I'll give him a hand.
Roll a strength check with advantage. Both of you.
The advantage is 1, right?
2.
Oh, 2. Okay, good. 17.
19 plus 3 plus 2. So that's 24.
4.
With some difficulty and quite a bit of heeing and hawing, you manage to move the statue a few inches to the right, back to its center. Doesn't appear to do much of anything other than coat you in the dust which it was once coated by.
All right, nothing happened. What do you guys say? What do you say, Tristan? We do another one.
Do it again. Do it again.
Go
Watch,
ahead and
this is
roll.
going to be for nothing.
Probably.
Go
ahead and roll a strength check.
You guys are gonna get good exercise.
Yeah, just getting in our workout. That's all that's gonna happen.
14.
And you which one are you doing now?
Sorry, 16. Let's do the one to the southwest.
Okay. Strength check plus advantage.
It was 16. Sorry, with the advantage.
I got a 16 as well.
All right.
After loosening your muscles on the past statue, you find this one to be a bit more of a challenge. Not because it's any larger or heavier. You're just a little bit more fatigued than before, though you still manage, with each other's help, to center the statue.
I assume nothing has happened.
Nothing appears to be happening.
This could be such a waste of time.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Let's go to the northwest. Let's try that one.
All right. Strength checks all around.
Fuck. 13.
That's okay. I got a 22.
All right.
With Tristan's help, you managed to center this statue as well.
Well, you know what they say, never leave a stone unturned. So let's get this last one.
Well, did you guys feel that?
What?
Well, from my land, we call that a connectivity issue. It's like time froze for a long time. We were just stuck here. It felt like.
What are you going crazy? I've never heard of this connectivity issue. Never heard of it.
Is this something local to this world? Because where I'm from, we don't have anything like a connectivity issue.
Right?
Is this a desert thing? I mean, I grew up in a volcanic archipelago, so I mean, small island kingdom. It could be.
Zero. I have heard of this connectivity. It is a thing among thieves where you make games of conning people.
Oh. Okay. See, that makes sense. I get that.
Yes, this makes sense. This makes much more sense.
I'm on board with that. See,
Makes more sense than what Ciro's saying.
Right?
It's a magic thing you guys wouldn't understand.
I think you're just trying to make it sound like you.
Well, at least I'm taller than the average person's knee.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, stop trying to fool us with those fake words you throw our way, Ciro, and let's get back to pushing stones.
Important work.
Let's go back to doing tall people things.
Like pushing shit.
All right. Well, go ahead and roll a strength check with advantage, you two. Unless someone wants to give them an extra hand. Ciro?
No. I'm not tall enough.
You must be this tall to push the stone.
I'm sorry, your wingspan has to be a little bit bigger.
22 is my roll.
I got a 22 as well.
All right. With a bit of heeing and hawing between the two of you, you manage to push the final stone into place, perfectly centered within its engravement into the wall of the chamber. Although it doesn't seem to do anything.
Oh my god. Oh, did you guys feel that? That must have been that connectivity thing that Ciro was talking about. Something was going to happen.
But something interrupted it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. What a mistake.
What a not wasted time.
Everyone roll a perception check.
14.
14 as well.
Sorry.
25.
14.
Wow, that's a lot of 14s. Okay. Well, the four of you, as you kind of move around the
Apparently,
chamber,
everybody misses their freshman year of high school.
You know
Uh,
it.
the four of you, as you kind of look around the chamber, now that the stones are back into their original place, you see on the door, opposite the staircase, is prominently displays a keyhole in the shape of a 7-pointed star. It seems to be unlocked, but slightly ajar.
Oh, maybe that's what's. Maybe you guys opened the door pushing those things.
I guess we could have tested it first, but oh yeah, no, that's exactly what happened. Actually, yeah. Let's just go through that door.
Can I take a perception roll on traps and whatnot? Also, if there's a way to bar the door from our side.
Ooh.
It seems to be a large iron and wood door, probably oak, old oak. It doesn't look like there's anything to really bar the door.
Is it open
Other
in
than-
or out?
What's that?
Open in or out? Like towards us or away from us?
It's opening in towards you.
All right, my friends. Here's the plan. I'm going to
Can you
poke my head
undo
in.
the hinges? If it's made out of a wooden door, can't you just, like...
Can I take a look through the keyhole, see if I see anything?
Yeah, you can take a look through the keyhole.
Do I see anything?
Roll a perception check.
Just out of curiosity, what's everyone's perception?
Mine's
Plus
plus
eight.
11.
11. How much was yours, Tristan?
8.
8. And you, Tremere?
8.
That is so funny. Mine's 7. So the three. So it's not even like we all rolled the same thing and had the same
Yeah.
perception.
I rolled a
We got-
25.
Oh, that's 3.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Tristan's got the perception skills.
Though,
My roll was 26.
okay. Keep in mind, though, you will be taking penalties from looking through a keyhole. Your view is obstructed, so you're not going to see quite everything through the keyhole.
But I am a ranger. I got instincts. And a cat. Cat instincts.
Wait, what'd you get? 26?
26.
Oh my god. Okay.
You see the entire room.
Is that cobwebs on, or is that dust I see on the bookshelf?
He's able to identify the architecture of everything.
All right. Well, I wasn't gonna give the description until you guys actually made it in, but since he rolled 26, even with disadvantage, I'm gonna go ahead and describe that entire room.
Hey.
This short hallway rises to a slope to the east. 5 feet from the western door of the floor is polished and shiny, unlike the dusty floor elsewhere. A pair of stone statues depicting stern men wielding glaives stand in alcoves to the north and south of this section of the hallway. At the eastern end of the stands 2 stone doors, their faces carved with strange runes. Just past the doors is a third alcove, which houses a partially collapsed statue. The top half of the statue is missing, leaving behind a ragged stump of a torso. You also see at the polished section of the stone floor seems to be a mechanical device framing the stone floor, and it seems that the mechanical device is tied to the two adjoining stone statues. And I'll go ahead and, even though everyone else isn't able to see this, I'll go ahead and reveal that section.
Great. More statues.
So
The moment I heard that, I was like, no.
we can push some more shit.
You know what? For consistency's sake, you guys oughta.
Excellent. Maybe then something will happen. I mean, something already happened.
Oh yeah, totally opened the door. I forgot.
100%.
I'm just
So-
gonna go. Since there's no enemies, I'm just gonna go open the door. So everyone can see.
So, Kaj, you see that the 5-foot square, kind of between those two statues to the north and south, there does appear to be a set trap.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to it and disarm it.
All right, go ahead and roll a thievery check.
While you do that, I'm going to step to the side real fast.
And note,
Ooh.
if you fail the thievery check, it it activates the device.
Springs the trap.
Natural, so natural 20, total of 29.
All right.
Holy shit.
I guess there's a reason they brought you along. You disable the trap.
I'm sorry. Total of 30 because I have advanced thieving kit.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
You disable the trap. It appears that the two stone statues are tied to a pressure plate that is just in front of you. Had you stepped through, it seems that a cage would have fallen down from the ceiling, locking you in place as the two statues swung their weapons at you freely.
That would have been fun.
Nice.
Wow.
Just
There
a good
also
old,
there also seems to be a trap door underneath to dispose of any bodies.
Holy shit.
Oh shit! Okay, guys.
Can I open the trapdoor? See if there's any loot?
Yeah, you can now. Yeah.
I'm gonna open it.
That's a little macabre, isn't it? Let's loot the dead bodies that the traps just disposed of.
I
They're
like
not
the way you
using
think.
It seems that the trap door beneath cover is endowed with a series of spikes to kind of finish off any unsuspecting victims. Though it doesn't seem to have anything of note, but for the dried blood on the side. For the most part, it seems that it's been unused for some time, but the blood looks fresher than the dirt around it.
Is this a trap I can set back up again?
If you roll a thievery check, yeah. Oh, wait.
Okay.
This one... No, you can't set up this from where you are.
Okay. Alright.
Mm,
I'm only excited because I feel like I've triggered the trap again.
For the end. Can I peek through any keyholes or anything on either of those two doors?
In fact, it seems that the same keyhole, same 7-pointed star key, is used for these doors as well. And yes, you can roll perception to see through the keyhole.
Wow.
Dirty 20.
30?
20.
20.
Dirty 20
Oh,
on
wait,
that.
no, yeah, no, 20. Yep.
Okay. You can't see much through the keyhole. It's a little bit obscured with having kind of a tunnel vision. You do see... Are you looking through the north or the south?
Let's go north.
You do see what looks like an office, but it's somewhat difficult to really tell much of anything, and maybe a bookshelf or two.
Okay. Can I tell if there's anyone in there?
Does not look like there's anybody in there, as far as you can tell.
I'm gonna peek through the south,
Perception check.
and that is 23.
It seems to be a short, empty hallway.
Short and empty, huh?
I'm gonna poke my head in through the north and get a better look.
Door's locked.
Unlock it.
Dun,
For it.
dun, dun.
12.
It remains locked.
Can I try again?
Actually, that's a good. Well,
Maybe we should go down that short empty hall.
No, because you made your best effort at unlocking that door, and if you were able to do that, you could just do that over and over and over, and it could be game breaking. So you made your best attempt, but it wasn't enough.
Can anyone else give that a shot, or shall we go down the other?
I mean, theoretically, we could try to break it down, but none of us are really, nimble finger types.
Right.
Yeah, my thievery skills are non-existent.
Yeah.
I know a bit
you
of
could
thievery.
theoretically use your tools and give it a go, but I don't think it would go very well.
Ultramid, did you say you want a little thievery?
I have a little thievery. I mean, I know a little bit.
Okay, this I gotta say.
Well,
Yeah, what happened to your fucking high horse, dude?
If you want to catch a thief, you have to think like a thief.
No, I think he has a very more flexible moral code. When we were bringing in the mercenary, it was like, I'll give you my word that will let you go. And then he was like, you're a criminal. You don't count your word. Promises made to you don't really count.
What is
Correct.
your alignment, Utrebeer?
Oh, no, I am. No, I hate thieves.
Aren't you neutral good?
I am neutral good.
Okay.
Very much so. I know. I believe in I never gave that man my word on that, and he
I'm
poisoned
lawful
the shit out of
neutral. As
me.
long as I
So,
follow the code, I'm fine.
Ultramir, I like you more every day. Here's some thieves, kid. I sure hope that you don't fall into the ways of thieving. Careful.
let's,
We really hope you don't, just use those dexterous skills to fall into thievery.
I'll,
Nimble little fingers of yours.
I appreciate all the I appreciate all of you telling me that you hope I do not become a thief, because
It's working. Keep pressuring him.
I can tell you right now,
Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer
I will
pressure.
never.
One of us.
I have,
us.
I have
I don't know why I'm doing that.
partaken in a bit of thievery on this quest, and I will never do it again. So here we go. A little bit of thievery again.
That's what I
right.
said about my alcohol
got him.
addiction.
18.
Not enough.
Well,
Interesting.
oh wait, what's the plus with
plus
the
one.
Scratch. Were you going for the north or the south?
which door were you trying?
North.
North. Okay. I was going for the north then.
Not enough.
Would
That's
it be
one
enough
more.
with 19? Sorry, it was 18, but with the plus one, it makes 9.
Still not enough.
All right, I'm gonna try and break it down.
All right.
Let's give it a little.
I'm gonna move to the door, Utramir.
Oh,
I'm
thank
gonna
you.
move to the actual door.
Good idea.
I think you're
All
trying to
right,
break into
before
the
I start
wall.
breaking
Someone on this
things,
side.
I'll try the south door. Let's try that real fast. Is it unlocked or is that locked too?
That one is also locked.
All right, let's try a little thievery. Oh shit! Yeah, they ain't gonna do nothing. 13.
Not enough.
All right, I'm gonna try breaking down the
Also,
south door.
Kaj, you're on top of a stone statue. There's not
Oh.
enough. There's not enough room there for you.
But I'm squeezy. I'm still like a snake.
He's perched on top of it like a cat.
Yeah.
Meow.
Oh
Alright,
god.
I'm gonna try and break down the door with some force. Here we go.
All right, go ahead and roll a strength check.
21.
Ooh, spicy.
All right, are you just kind of going in with your shoulder?
Just going in with my shoulder.
Ooh,
Okay.
Some brute strength.
Poor shoulder.
Right.
All right.
So you kind of pummel in with your shoulder, but it seems that you just kind of bounce right off of it and do quite a bit of damage to your own shoulder. It feels like it's kind of might be bruising up a little bit. Like if it feels a bit sore right now, kind of after like a nice heavy workout. Kind of that you're getting that little swole feel, but in a bad way.
Wow. Alright, yeah, detect some shit or whatever you do, Zero.
Yeah, I thought maybe it's time to do a little.
I kid. You are a great
Oh, no.
member.
Damn. All right, I'll do I'll detect some magic.
It seems that you feel an aura of magic coming from both doors to the north and south.
We gotta bust down that north door. Kristen, do you think you could help him out?
All right. I'll give it another go. I'll give it a go. But instead of just ramming it with my shoulder, I'm gonna try to kick it down by kicking near the doorknob.
All right.
Where the doorknob would be.
Be my guess.
I'm gonna give it a go. Just gonna see if I can breach this door here.
All right, go for it.
Okay. Would I just add my modifier?
Yeah, if you're just kind of trying to kick it down, it's a strength DC 20 or 20 DC. What am I talking about? D20 plus your strength modifier.
Okay, that is a 21.
All right. You kind of batter at it, and it looks like the hinges are beginning to give.
Ah!
Wow. What if we were both to try that together? Is there enough room for both of us to try and kick at the door?
There's
Are we gonna-
not enough room for both.
Oh,
You know what there is enough room for though? Back to back. And then you guys put your backs up against each other and kick in the opposite doors.
Could that actually
You know,
work?
like Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan, this door.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think so. No.
okay.
There's really not enough. It's kind of a narrow hallway. It's
Okay.
about 5-foot hallway, which in D&D land means you have
Right.
there's enough room for one person there.
Okay, could I get a bit of a running start at the door before I kick it?
You can try.
All right.
All right, we better move out of the way, I guess.
So go ahead and do the same, and then add 2 for advantage.
Okay, all right. That is a 23 in total.
All right. You, upon your second attempt, batter down the door. It wings around, and it looks like one of the 3 hinges falls completely off, slamming the door against the adjacent wall on the other side, clattering, bang, and echoing the sound through the chamber. And
Not just a
Jason
pretty
Chan.
face.
Never.
we're going for the south, right? Or was it the north?
I
It
thought
was the
north.
south door, right?
Or are we going for the north?
Oh no, I don't know. Kristen, what were you doing?
I'm pretty sure whatever door you and Utramir failed to pick, and then Utramir tried to like body check is the one I get the kick down.
That was the south door. So
South.
yeah.
Okay.
The south door is Gondor.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And you find another locked door.
What is this shit?
This door also seems to have the peculiar 7-pointed star as its keyhole.
Can I peek through it?
You can try.
It's time to get down that hallway and play.
23.
Look through that keyhole.
23?
Yeah.
Let's see. You see through the keyhole into what appears to be kind of a short chamber, but it looks like it kind of tapers off to one side to your right. You also see kind of a glow, almost like a yellow or gold glow coming to the left.
Okay.
You know, could I try to just open up the door myself?
Yeah, you can try.
I mean, hey, 7-pointed star. I got, the 7-pointed star pendant. Maybe that's going to help out.
You
All right, I'm gonna try
using
it. Sure.
Okay.
I will kind of lean in and kind of lean my pendant into the door knob. The little handle there.
Actually, let me check something.
Near the lock.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that thing.
Are you doing,
You know
are you doing that hidden from us so we don't see the pendant?
No, I don't want to hide it from you guys.
So
Really?
The pendant that you're wearing is kind of a circular silver pendant, about yay big.
Mhm.
It has the depiction of a 7-pointed star with kind of adjacent spiky runes, but it's not in the shape of a 7-pointed star. The keyhole is in the shape of a 7-pointed star, but it seems to be this. It does indeed seem to be the same star.
Kristen, I'll go ahead and give picking this new southern door a try if you want to break down the northern one.
I think Tristan's having.
Start this time.
I think Tristan's having connection issues.
No worries. I'll try
back.
the north door. Oh.
Okay, so who's doing what?
I'm picking the south block. Oh, nat 20 for 30
To break it down.
to pick it. The southern one.
You got what was the total?
Nat 20, total 30. What you gonna do about it, Marshall?
You picked the lock.
Hell yeah. Well, while you're doing that, I'll try and kick down the northern door, aiming just like Tristan did for the hinges.
So you pick the lock, or before we do that, are you opening the door?
No,
You haven't opened the door. Okay.
I'm leaving it closed for sound reasons.
And Tristan or Uchamir, you're trying to kick down the north door.
Oh yeah.
Go for it. Strength check. Or D20 plus strength modifier.
That is a 22.
You kind of crash forward, and the door rattles in its frame, but seems to be unaffected.
Wow. I'm gonna give it one more try.
It's a tough door.
Right? If that didn't work, this isn't gonna work. 16.
This time you bounce off and kind of retreat back about 3 feet.
You know what? Fuck that door. I'm never going north again. Only south.
Evil direction.
Justin, would you like to give it a shot, or should we continue on?
I will go and give the north door a kick.
That's a good idea.
Go for it.
Good old fashioned Tristan kick.
Good old fashioned Tristan kick. All right. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. That is a 20 all in all.
All right. Wait.
Give you that dirty 20.
Yeah, dirty 20.
All right. You push forward and manage to kind of break in a little bit of that lock, and it seems that it's kind of indented a little bit into the wood, but it's still holding fast.
Oh, we're giving that thing another kick. It ain't over till it's over. I'm shattering this thing. There we go.
Do it.
There we go. That's a 22.
All right.
That's what I like to see.
Hell yeah.
22. Okay. Yeah. This time, you kind of push forward, and the kind of weakened lock finally gives way, smashing forward to the right and smashing into the wall adjacent, echoing a loud crash through the chamber.
Crash, crash, crash.
Crash, crash, crash.
In front of you, you see
And what do we see?
What is it?
What's in the box? Who gets the box?
or yeah. You find a room with wide stone ledges of red marble line the curving walls of this room, which is well lit by 4 burning skulls that sit on in each corner. 3 chairs rest in the room, and both stone ledges are covered with old books, scrolls, teeth, bones, scrimshaw artwork, jars, and deformed creatures soaking in brine, taxidermied animals and limbs, and other strange objects. To the north, a large round fountain filled with frothy blue water fills the room with the gentle sound of bubbling.
Guys, I don't like this.
Is that frothy water right here?
I'm
Dude,
coming
should I-
in.
Considering the other decor in here, I don't really think that we should go touching the frothy water.
Ooh, skulls.
I'm going to.
So I'm relying on you to
detect-
be the voice of reason here.
I want to check it out.
Oh God, you.
I want to detect magic within the water.
You do detect an aura of magic emanating from the water, one of an elemental origin.
Elemental origin, you say?
You also, as you kind of move through the room and kind of shift through the scrolls and books, you also find what appears to be a set of journals, plans illustrating devastating and gargantuan plans against Sandpoint, including the building of a goblin army, a book titled The Burnt Offerings of Lamash 2, and
I didn't read the burnt offerings of Lamesh Tau.
Oh, excuse me. But you find a set of journals and a book titled Burnt Offerings to Lamash 2.
What about Lamash 1? I can't read the sequel.
Seems that
Man,
it's
that ended with a
unavailable.
thought.
I'm gonna pick up a bone and just kind of toss it into the water
Oh, okay. I like this.
and see what happens.
Oh,
Just kind of yeah.
yeet that book into the into the
No, I'm
frothy
gonna
water.
eat that bone into the water.
Oh,
I'm
the
not eating
bone!
Does anything happen?
When you toss the bone into the water, it seems to bubble and then kind of raise the surface for a moment, then sink down. Otherwise, it doesn't seem to do anything.
Well,
Well, now we got a bony water.
All I know is these motherfuckers are all gonna burn if they think that taxiderming animals is okay.
As you
Dude,
kind of
seriously.
look over what you found, you see that the journals appear to be of similar make to those of Pseudo, though the handwriting is different.
I'll flip through the journals.
Flip through the journals. It appears to be the journals of Nuala.
Oh.
What kind of dirty secrets we got in here?
As you thumb through, you find. Let me bring this up. You find kind of her inner monologue and exploits of her past self as she's writing down. You find that she was previously devoted to this young man, Durlik Verkistan, and after kind of expressing their love among to each other, they consummated their love, and then then she kind of fell pregnant soon after. It seems, however, fate would not be kind. About 7 months into the pregnancy, she miscarried, giving birth to a monstrous child, something akin to a more animalistic demon than a human child. Her father, unfortunately, saw this as a omen and locked her away for the period of her pregnancy, not wanting the town to hear rumor or hear of anything to doing with his daughter falling for such an uncouth young man. With his intent of keeping her as a priestess of the Order of Desna. Though at this point it seems that the writings become a bit more convoluted. You see notes and scribbles that depict and kind of talk about the changing and the seeking out of something different, something more meaningful. You find a note that talks about a dream that Nuala had, in which Lamashtu, goddess of mother of monsters and goddess of demons, came to her, seeking her as a follower within her religion. It was at this point that Nuala knew that she must act, and it has plans and kind of has notes on how she set fire to the Sandpoint Cathedral, locking her father in the burning building. At this point, she left Sandpoint and traveled around the land, including areas such as Magnamar, where she studied and worked with the Sinsa cult, kind of a local sect within Magnamar. Though she was never satisfied with that, and she always saw herself as being a conduit of Lamashtu, and upon what she understands to be further callings from Lamashtu, she decides to leave Magnamar, return to Sandpoint, and concentrate her efforts in the destruction of Sandpoint. And this is where it gets interesting. You find
Now
Oh,
Now-
now, not after the, demon baby and the whole studying under cultist thing and the whole patricide thing. This is now where it's getting interesting.
Now it's getting interesting.
Ooh.
You find further notes about her perceived interactions with Lamashtu, both in dream and wake. And it seems that she found through those dreams her way to the rune well beneath Sandpoint, which Utramir, Kaj, and Ciro would kind of recognize that as being the same rune well that they were in some time before at the below the glassworks.
Mhm.
There's notes about it being under the glassworks, and you recognize as being much one and the same. It seems that she was actively seeking to utilize the rune well as a weapon and use the souls of the deceased Sandpoint citizens to power the rune well in order to build a further greater army of sin spawn, which again you recall from your previous exploits. It's then that she really becomes devout to Lamashtu, giving herself fully to her service, and in recognition for her service, Lamashtu blesses her with 3 monstrous hound children, which were birthed cesareanly from her very body.
Beautiful.
Yeah. There's a few additional notes that reference a. Let's see. Let me make sure I say this correctly. A Bargist, which everyone go ahead and roll a knowledge. What would it be?
I'm not sure I want to know.
Occult.
Yeah, actually, knowledge occult is what I was looking for. Everyone roll knowledge occult.
7.
14. 14, sorry.
Okay. 14, 7, 17,
16.
16. And Tristan?
17.
17. So you don't recognize the name, but it has notes and about kind of a monstrous beast, something that would certainly be within good company of the followers of Lamashtu. She kind of makes notes on how she might convince this creature to serve her purposes, but more importantly, serve the purposes of Lamashtu. And let's see, is that it? Hold on, let me check my notes. I think I got everything out. No, I think that's it. Yeah, that's everything. That's about all that you find in her notes. Although you do see that as the notes continue, they seem to get more and more mad and scatterbrained, and the handwriting seems to be more and more sloppy and uncouth. The farther and farther into the book it goes.
Wow. Well, I say
That's
we go out there. We kill some of these motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
They're okay with taxidermy. Not cool.
I think we need to maybe approach this with some caution.
You may be right.
I'm just sitting there traumatized at what I've read.
What, you haven't heard of anyone just birthing hellhounds?
I mean,
Come on, that's a tale as old as time.
I mean, I kind of just I'm like, I'm gonna have to hang on to this because it's important information, but I really don't want to.
She was
There's
in league
also-
with this demon god.
There's also lots and lots of frothy illustrations.
Dude, I knew it.
Uh,
I fucking knew it.
Frothy illustrations.
Oh, look at this. This is the mythical 69.
Not
he said frothy, not lewd.
Frothy
This is in
and
the
lewd to
Kama
me means
Sutra.
perhaps lube would be a better word to use.
fuck yes.
Oh, it is lewd.
She
Oh, it
was
is
69ing the demon.
Oh my god. At this point, Tristan
And that's
snaps
how-
the book shut and buries it deep in his pack. Like, we're done here.
I just love.
Points at Sarah like,
Aw.
Listen,
Okay.
you're enough of a horny rat bastard as is.
Damn it. The legends were true.
That what you could fuck a demon.
If I didn't think that water was mystical and potentially damaging, I'd be giving you a cold bath in it right now.
Absolutely. Bonk on the head for being horny.
I love that's becoming a huge characteristic of my character. Constantly horny.
Oh god. My god, Sarah, have some taste.
Right.
We're not in a like looking at lewd images if we're that aren't demonic and sacrificial and cultish in nature. It's fine.
That's true.
Find some other way to
Just-
get your stones off. That doesn't have to deal
Fine.
with the occults.
Ciro, I am absolutely disgusted that you would be so into this. I cannot believe it as I'm saying this one, trying to reach into Tristan's bag to look at the book.
Just save that book for me later. Later tonight, I
If
might
you
have to flip
gentlemen
through
are
it.
done gallivanting about, I have a plan for this next door.
Before you move forward, I just want to remind you guys that you did leave a chamber or a couple chambers undiscovered in the upper level. Just remind
You did?
You did.
Hmm.
Oh, I
Well-
thought the big door. Well, I guess maybe there was. Okay.
The two big doors.
Oh, I thought that was where the big nasty was, but maybe not.
Dead?
All right. I guess we got to go back upstairs before we continue forward.
Well, before we do that, I think there's one thing I should do. Actually, does anyone have any empty vials on them?
I don't.
I do.
I wonder if we should.
Lot.
I wonder if we should take some of this water with us.
Okay, good. That's a lot cleaner than where my head was going with that.
Oh,
Like,
you-
there's no
oh, I-
time for that.
Tristan, I have such sights to show you.
I can do that. I have 20 empty glass vials. I only need 4 of them.
Ooh.
But I can't carry any weight at this point. I'm maxed out. I
I'll
won't have
take.
any-
I'll take it then.
How many do you want?
Why don't we take 2 vials? I'll take 2 vials of it.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Trying not to touch the water.
Yeah,
Good
so you're
idea.
just filling 2 vials?
Very carefully. As carefully as you can.
I mean, no, that wouldn't work because skulls aren't exactly shaped like bowls, and we couldn't like scoop it with the skull and like pour it into the vial. Wouldn't be clean.
Damn it. I like that idea. That's some
Uh,
macabre shit.
Jordan, go ahead. Ciro, go ahead and roll a. And whoever else is looking in the water, roll a knowledge. What would it be?
God damn it.
Occultism.
Knowledge occultism.
I can work with that actually. 17?
16.
Just you two? Okay.
Yeah,
so-
it's not even worth a roll, honestly.
I'm just kind of looking at it. So like 16, I'm guessing it's not that bad.
It seems to be very similar to the water that you found underneath the glassworks, the unholy water, if I remember correctly. It seems to be very similar to that. And you easily fill 2 vials.
Now, is this so I have 2 vials of unholy water.
It seems to be the same material.
But it's not the water of Lamish stew, right? Because I have 4 vials of that as well.
Actually, it is the water.
Oh,
Woo!
I don't know what that entirely means, but we have some of it already.
Repeat, we have some.
Zero.
Awesome.
What's this water?
At some point in time, I think we might have been. I don't remember where we were exactly. But there was a chamber with a vial of this water, and we haven't even had a chance to test it on anything. See what it does. The properties are unknown, so I don't know exactly what it does, but it might. I'm assuming it has something. It's probably pretty evil.
Do we want any more of this water of Lamishdown?
Should we take 2? Should I take 2 more of those vials and just to fill that shit up?
No, let's have a couple open, right?
I'm half tempted to just kind of run it over my sword just to see what happens, but it's a really nice sword.
Right.
I don't want it to like operate like acid, and then all of a sudden it's like
gone.
It turns your sword into putty.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's a good point though, Utramir. We might run into some more properties we might want to fill up. So, and I think 6 vials is pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, should be fine.
So I guess we got to go back upstairs, huh, man?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Upstairs. Da, 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 da.
So
Now that we've all been sufficiently traumatized.
something else. You had 4 vials of Lamishto prior, yes?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They seem to be colored the same as the unholy vials, the unholy water vials now.
Oh.
There seems to be kind of 2 shades of color of blue. The fresh water of Lamishdow that you just collected, and what was the water of Lamishdow now appears to look like the just this regular unholy water.
Yeah, I'm almost tempted to take a sip.
Drink it.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
No.
Yeah.
What if it gives me like godlike powers though?
No, no.
Maybe, I mean, from the sounds of it, there's only a few things that will happen. First of all, I'll get to have sex with the demon. Second of all, I'll birth some demon children. Third, I'll lose my ability to write well, which was never good to begin with. But what do I get from that? You know,
if you're getting 4, instantaneous death.
That's a good point. Yeah, let's not fuck with it.
And listen, she might be able to birth demon offspring cesareously or not, but you don't exactly have the right components for
I was going to say your anatomy doesn't really add up.
Whoa, time
not
out.
exactly
What do we know about?
aesthetic.
Couldn't a demon turn my organs into the proper anatomy?
I don't know.
Turn it into something. I can promise you that.
I like the sounds of this.
I don't think I do.
No, let's journey back upstairs, and I want to be the last in the pack.
I'm good. No. We need to keep an eye on you. You're going in the middle.
Okay, fine. Second to last.
I'll bring up the rear.
All right. Kyle Shutramir, who's leading the way?
Oh, I'll lead the way.
All right.
I love leading the way.
Big Dick Utramir coming through.
I was gonna say maybe Kaz should lead because Rangers lead the way.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Damn.
All right, let's